What's up, YouTube? It's Boston Sport Fan 91 coming at you on Sunday morning, post Royal Rumble Sunday. So we had the Rumble last night, and gonna talk about today. So yesterday's video, my recap of SmackDown, my preview of the Rumble. I took Charlotte for the woman, and I did take Jey Uso as my dark horse in the men's. Hit both. Very excited to have those bragging rights to be able to say I predicted both. So it was fun to get there, but the paths we took to get to each road a little bit surprising, and that there was a lot going on in both men's and women's Rumble matches. So we're going to talk the premium live event last night. So we'll just start off with the women's because that is what opened the show. So 30-woman Royal Rumble. Charlotte Flair comes out victorious. So for surprises and returns, the women's Royal Rumble gets an A. We had the return of Alexa Bliss. Awesome. The crowd went bonkers for Bliss. That place, the roof came off. I mean, that might be a bigger pop than Peyton Manning got, okay? That roar from the crowd for Alexa Bliss, that was awesome. Strong pop for the debuting Jordynne Grace, who was supposed to be at her mother's 50th birthday party. If you don't know, she did post that on X. She was saying she was going to be with her mother's 50th. She debuts. We had Trish Stratus, obviously for the nostalgia, and Nikki Bella coming in at, what was it, 30, right? 30? So tons of awesome debut surprises in the women's. They get an A for that, and obviously the return Charlotte Flair. So great A plus for that on the women's side. Now for the women's match as a whole, a bit predictable. Charlotte Flair wins, and with the exception of what the few women I just mentioned, we also had Naomi, Bianca Belair, and I might be missing one or two other women that got good loud pops. Other than that, I mean, when a lot of these superstars would come to the ring, that crowd was quiet. For a lot of the entrances, you could hear a pin drop, and that, I was watching the Rumble with my fiance, who she is not a wrestling fan. She does not like wrestling. She was taking one for the team last night, and we're watching the women's match, and at one point, I think it was maybe around woman 15 or 16, it was like right in that halfway mark. I think it was, she made the comment to me, the crowd's not really loud. Are they going to pick up? I said yes. Of course they did. Thankfully, they make a liar out of me. But yes, that from a wrestling fan and a total non-wrestling fan, both kind of thought, without really even talking about it until she had brought it up to me, didn't really think the crowd was that live. Again, with the exception of like that handful of women. And when the crowd did love someone, God, did they pop. When Bianca's music hit, when Alexa Bliss's music hit, the Queen Charlotte Flair hit, Nikki Bella, they were up, they were loud. Bayley got another one. Bayley was another participant that got a huge pop when she came out. But other than that, I would say a good, like, at least half got nothing. Crickets, maybe a little more than half. So, I do think that the WWE is missing an opportunity. I think the champions need to be involved. Rhea Ripley was needed for that Rumble last night. I think one of my biggest is no Rhea Ripley at all. No Rhea, no sight of Rhea. She should have been there somehow. Even if it was at the end of the night, you have both. Oh, not the end of the night, at the end of the match, Charlotte standing there, she's pointing at the sign, have both Raw and Women's Champions come out, stare down, Rhea's music hits first, Stratton's music hits second, and do it. It was very disappointing to see neither champion or, put the champions in the match, right? And then if the champion wins, they get an automatic pass on a defense. If it's a heel, that's great. They can build a match up, boom, get some heat there. And if it's a face, maybe they toss it away, don't even use it, who knows. But that there's a way to get the champions in the match, especially on the women's side this year, where I think Rhea Ripley not having Rhea hurt. I missed Rhea a lot. But overall, I would give the women's match like a solid B+. I really enjoyed it overall, and like I said, for the surprises, nostalgia, the comebacks, A on that one. Next up, DIY Motor City Machine Guns. It was 2 out of 3 falls, and that, man, did it feel rushed? It felt rushed. The ending was kind of wonky with the Street Profits getting involved. I was not a big fan of the match. It underwhelmed. It was not really what I was expecting from both teams. I just feel like with the women's match and the men's match still having to come, I think the women's match ran about an hour and a half, as did the men's. So, like, there's 3 hours right there. I think, even Kevin and Cody, I think, kind of felt the pinch of the time restraints a little bit. But that tag match certainly felt as if it was a bit rushed with the 3 falls. I was expecting a longer match, a little more drawn out. Wasn't really a big fan. Like a C plus, I guess. Disappointed in that match. So next up, we have Cody and Kevin Owens, the ladder match. I didn't know. I thought Kevin was going to win. I really thought the whole point of this ladder match was to take the belt off Cody in kind of a cheap way. I thought Kevin was going to really cheat to win. I thought Sami was going to come in. So that part did surprise me. Sami coming out, not doing anything, surprised me. Kind of anticlimactic with Sami. I hope something's still going there. We'll see what goes on there. But with the Sami thing, that was kind of the match overall. I mean, there were some really cool spots. The way they ended that, wow, that was a cool spot. The match itself, I'm gonna give it like a B plus. Again, I think the match felt like it could have gone a little bit longer. There was, I don't know, there was just a feel to it, I guess. Just kind of felt a little bit shorter than what I was expecting the Kevin and Cody match to go. I was expecting that to get a significant amount of screen time, and just not as much time as I thought. And, so, but, B plus right about there. It was good though. I liked it. The men's main event. Now, I gave the women's match for the surprises, the nostalgia, and all that an A. I'm going to give the men's for the returns and the nostalgia and the surprises a D. Was not impressed, did not like it. I know Joe Hendry did not care. I don't necessarily understand how he's so over with the crowd, how he's the TNA champion. Kind of blows my mind. But hey, Orange Cassidy is hugely over in AEW, and I can't figure that out either for the life of me. So sometimes they're just wrestlers where you look at them and you just can't figure it out. Orange Cassidy, Joe Hendry is definitely 2 of them for me. So, yeah, I'm going to give the men's match a D on the surprises, the nostalgia, and all that. The crowd was into it. Very few entrances were quiet. The entrances that you did have where you could have pin drop in the men's, it was really noticeable. The face-off, when Reigns came out, Punk came out, Rollins came out, that was awesome. There's one more name I'm drawing a blank on, I'm pretty sure there. Might have been even Jimmy Uso, but fantastic storytelling throughout both men's and women's rumbles, really. But the men's storytelling match, it was awesome. I love where we're going to be going, how many different possibilities we're going to have. Different eliminations that way. I think we're going to come back and visit them, different facial expressions from different wrestlers. It was really, it was good. With Uso winning at the end, Jey Uso, the prediction there, him and Cena really did come down to, who's going to win. Them having Logan Paul in the final 3, great swerve. Because for a second I thought he might do it, and I don't like either the Paul brother. I did not want to see him, and this isn't like the good heels. I dislike them because they want me to dislike them. I just dislike them because I can't stand them, and a lot of the times when they're on my TV, it's the old turn off. Paul versus Paul coming up. I hope that fight does historically bad numbers. Historically bad is what I'm hoping for on that fight. Doubt it will happen, but yeah. So not a fan of the Paul brothers. Very thankful when Logan was eliminated, and then we got just down to Cena and Jey Uso, and Jey Uso going to go on to, in my opinion, face Gunther at WrestleMania, and probably going to defeat Gunther at WrestleMania. That's just my prediction. Actually, it's not a prediction. It's not a guess. It's a spoiler. But yeah, overall, the Royal Rumble as a whole, I'm going to give it like a B, right about a B. For the nostalgia, the surprises, the pops, the excitement, The women's match definitely carried that. The men's didn't have much in the way of that. Very disappointing. Them having that iShow Speed streamer in there, absolute waste of a spot. Dumb. That should drop it a whole lot of grade right there, in my opinion. That would have been a perfect spot for a nice surprise return. They did have AJ Styles, but that didn't really. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited to see AJ back, but it didn't get me out of my seat. Like, oh my God, he's back. Like what you expect in The Rock's music or Undertaker's music. Someone insert name, whatever. So that's about it. I am very excited for Raw tomorrow night. Lots of stuff to see fall out. Can't wait to hear Seth frickin' Rollins, CM Punk. That's going to be good. I hope that's what opens the show. I don't expect it to open the show, but I sure hope it does. As always, I thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please smash that like button, and I will love to hear from you all. What did you think about the women's match, the tag team match, the ladder match, and the men's match? And overall, as the card as a whole, what do you expect? And most importantly, what do you want to see the follow? Where do you want to see things go? Who do you want to see versus who? Who do you want to see Charlotte Flair go against? I want to see Charlotte Flair go against Rhea Ripley, and I want to see Rhea Ripley beat Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte and Rhea, WrestleMania, and Rhea can put the queen to bed, hopefully. And then Jay versus Gunther, and Jay, I think, wins it. YouTube, that is about it. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk some Green Lantern, and then on Tuesday we will be talking Monday Night Raw. Everyone have a great one. Peace.